Does the cast of Riverdale know what a musical is? Because I am genuinely concerned and I don't know who thought this was a good idea. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Kat and I really like musicals. Okay, in fact that's what I talk about on my main channel. It's pretty much all Broadway 24/7, but this is indeed my second channel. This isn't a mistake, you didn't click on the wrong thing, I didn't upload to the wrong place. This was a fully functional decision that I made with my brain. Here on my second channel, I usually do vlogs of like my daily life or going to see shows.
You smell unbelievable.
Or anything else. This is the anything else. Because today I want to talk about Riverdale, musicals, and whatever is going on here. Now, I've discussed Riverdale a little bit on my main channel. In fact, I did a whole video kind of reacting to and analyzing their Carrie the Musical episode, which the CW then immediately removed. Even though I'm pretty sure that's exactly what fair use is supposed to protect. So here's some background info that'll hopefully give you some more context as to what is going on here. If you're not familiar, Riverdale is a TV show. It's kind of like a teenage soap opera version of the Archie comics. Some of the cornerstones of the series are that all of the characters are in high school and all of the actors are incredibly good-looking adults who are definitely not in high school. I remember that part of high school where all of my classmates were 30-year-old men. The writing on the show has kind of become a meme. Like, that's not even a personal opinion. I've only seen a handful of episodes from the first season. I don't know enough to have a fully informed opinion, but it's kind of an internet inside joke at this point because the way that the characters on the show speak, it's in a way that no human has ever formulated words ever, much less teenagers. Like, it seems very out of touch. And that's gonna be a recurring theme. Now, a mechanic that the show has been employing in recent seasons is to do a musical theater themed episode. Like, they'll build it into the plot that the characters are going to do this musical as their school play, and then the plot of the show kind of impacts the plot of what's going on. You know, like every high school doing a play in a TV show ever. But Riverdale specifically has just impacted the theater community in a way that they have just not. It's not been good. Now, this is a topic of conversation that's been going on for a really long time, and it's something that I've talked about at length on my main channel, but my main argument is that any way that we can make musical theater more accessible, we can get more people interested in the arts, I'm here for it. I think it's overwhelmingly positive to introduce Broadway into the mainstream. But Riverdale created this vibe of people not knowing or caring about or understanding or respecting the source material, which are a lot of the good things about introducing musical theater into the mainstream. Like, a lot of people feel like Broadway has just been co-opted by Riverdale for the cash grab and that they really don't care about the theater community or Broadway at large. Interestingly, it's also become the source of a lot of bullying for preteen theater kids. Now, I haven't experienced that firsthand. I'm, of course, no longer in middle school, so the only people who bully me are middle schoolers online. But I've seen an absurd amount of comments, like specifically referencing Riverdale, and also used to be TikTok, but I feel like the theater kids have kind of reclaimed TikTok since there's like a whole Broadway fandom section on there. Is now a good time to tell you that I'm on TikTok? Days before it might get banned, I finally made an account, so if you want to follow me, we can be friends. I'm still kind of figuring out how to use it, so feel free to follow me on there if it still exists. But yeah, like, I remember being in middle school and the same girls who would shove me into lockers for liking Broadway would then discover how cool Wicked was, and then they'd continue to shove me into lockers. And that sucks. If you're experiencing that, I am so sorry. Like, there's something especially insidious about getting bullied for something you genuinely care about and then seeing the same people who are tormenting you enjoying how cool that thing is, but then also giving you shit for liking it. It's super demoralizing. I think it's more of a problem regarding bullying in general. Like, if it wasn't Riverdale or musical theater, like, bullies would inevitably find something else to be buttholes about. But needless to say, Riverdale is kind of a controversial topic and a sore spot in the theater community. So now that we covered all of that, I found a video. It's the cast of Riverdale playing a game where they try to guess different Broadway musical titles based off of a handful of iPhone emojis. Here are some of the things they guess. At one point point during the video, the cast is given these set of emojis as a clue pretty clearly meant to represent Hamilton. They then start to guess a couple of different things, like something to do with religion, A Star is Born, haha, National Treasure with Nicolas Cage. And it continues like that through several other popular, very mainstream musicals. Now, something that I really want to emphasize here is that I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. No, I'm kidding. Like, seriously, I think it's okay that the cast of Riverdale isn't super familiar with musicals. You don't need to be an expert in every field. I mean, if you were quizzing me on, like, the periodic table of elements, I probably wouldn't do super hot either. Especially if you put things into the YouTube algorithm to make sure that the video would appear in front of chemistry majors. Like, it's not going to be flattering or funny. It's probably just going to be difficult for me and infuriating for them to watch. So now I'm just trying to figure out who on the Riverdale marketing team just wanted to create utter chaos? Like, the person who pitched this video wanted the cast of Riverdale to look bad. They set them up for failure by quizzing them on a topic they're not knowledgeable in. They chose a topic they've already been receiving a lot of pushback on. I also get the sense that the cast was told to, I don't know, mess up on purpose? Like, just to play it up a little, be a little playful with it? Just to clarify, you're telling me that Casey Cott, alumni of Carnegie Mellon, literal musical theater actor, brother of Corey Cott, saw this and could not guess Into the Woods? So I think someone told him to throw the game. That was me taking off my detective sunglasses. Or maybe he just got really excited about the game and kind of jumped the gun and accidentally said the wrong title, which is fair. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. Yeah. You know, there's this weird phenomenon that I've been noticing that I feel like a lot of people will look at an actor because they're the face of a show and assume that they have any kind of pull in storylines or what goes on behind the scenes, and 99% of the time, that's just not true. So in some backwards way, I think a lot of people kind of directly blame the cast of Riverdale for these musical episodes. Again, I really want to drive home this point. It's not their fault. They're actors, just like us. Don't get angry at them. You know, it seems like this video was taken on a press day where they were doing tons of these little video clips. I can almost solidly guarantee you that none of these actors wanted to take this quiz. No one is having a good time. Even the actors who kind of know some musicals, it seems like they're just being quizzed on arbitrary knowledge and they're not having a fun time. Except for Cole, who seems to be having like a religious experience about cats. So my official diagnosis? I think whoever made this video knew exactly what they were doing. I think they were counting on the rage clicks from the theater community. They know that this is a hot topic of debate and they probably get tons of press and engagement when they talk about it. And it totally worked because I'm talking about it right now. I haven't even watched a full episode of Riverdale since 2017 when I was flying to Denver and decided to download a couple of episodes from Netflix. I started watching them on the flight before I realized that everyone else on the plane could see onto my screen and got nervous that they thought I was watching softcore. So I shut it off because it did not look like a TV show. It just looked like something else, and I definitely got lots of dirty looks because no one believed I was watching a TV show. So in conclusion, I'm sorry to the cast of Riverdale that you had to do this video. I'm sorry to the theater kids who have been negatively impacted, and most of all, I'm sorry for myself because I had to watch it. Subscribe! Check out my main channel and TikTok if it still exists. Goodbye forever.